If you have kids with food allergies, it can be hard to make a gingerbread house at Christmas, but it can be done, and we are going to show you how. I'm Christy from Beneficial Bento, where I show you how to make healthy food more fun and help you manage your food allergies. And these are my grandkids, Everett, Kaylee, and Andy. And all four of us have 4 different food allergies. But every Christmas, we make gluten-free and egg-free mini gingerbread houses like these. And we are going to show you how it's done. We're going to start with a batch of my gluten-free graham cracker dough. You can find a link to that video above, and I'll put the link in the description to that recipe so that you can print it out from my website. If you need yours to be dairy-free, we have had great results using Earth Balance buttery spread in place of the butter called for in my recipe. We just took the dough out of the fridge at this point, where it had been chilling for about an hour. Cold, there is less chance of it spreading out while it bakes and making the shape distorted. So make sure you chill the dough thoroughly. So take part of the dough, this is about half, sprinkle some extra flour on top and top it with wax paper or parchment paper and roll it out. Roll it to roughly 1/4 of an inch thickness, I just guess though. Peel the paper away slowly from one corner, and if any dough sticks to the paper, you can patch it together with your finger as you roll it off. I absolutely love this little cookie cutter. You can cut out a whole house in one go. I'll add a link to this cutter in the description. Lay out the cutter as close to the edge as you can so you can fit as many as possible. Press and wiggle it a little so it gets a really clean cut. I'll take some of these edges away, but we're not going to disturb the cookies. We're going to leave them right here where they are on the mat to bake them so the shape doesn't get distorted. Bake them at 325 degrees for about 20 minutes until they are set. While they're still hot, run a sharp knife all around the lines of the house pieces to make sure that they're completely separated. Set the cookie sheet aside so that the houses can cool completely. Now, here is how to make egg-free royal icing. In a small bowl, add 1/4 cup of warm water, 1 tablespoon corn syrup, and 1/4 teaspoon of lemon juice. Whisk it together. In the mixer, add 3 cups of the powdered sugar. Pour in the liquid ingredients and blend on low speed until it starts to come together, scraping down the sides if you need to. If it looks too thin, add some more powdered sugar until it's about as thick as toothpaste. If it's too thick, add a little more lemon juice or warm water, just a few drops at a time though, until it's just right. Add the frosting to a pastry bag. Notice in this video I used a Ziploc bag for this part and put my frosting tip inside it, but here's why you don't want to do that. It burst open on me and we just made the best of it and finished doing the houses. Learn from my mistake and use a real pastry bag with your frosting tip. Now here's how to assemble the houses. Put some frosting on the inside sides of the front pieces and the back pieces. Attach the sides to the front and then attach the back to the sides. Put the frosting on the inside sides of the roof pieces. They have the scalloped edges on the bottom. Then attach the roof pieces to the top with the scallops hanging off the sides toward the bottom of the house. And then spread a little stripe of frosting on the peak of the roof to hold it all together. These mini houses are so quick to put together. Since they're small, they can stand up on their own right away. When you make a big gingerbread house, you have to hold these big pieces in place while they dry. But with these mini ones, you can make a whole village of houses in just a really short time. So set them aside to dry completely. We usually bake the houses and glue them together the day before we decorate them. And that way they're nice and sturdy for the kids to hold in their hands, and you don't have to worry about the pieces sliding apart while they decorate. Now, here are some tips for decorating gingerbread houses with a group of kids. Number 1. Go shopping for some tiny candy pieces that fit the scale of your houses. Mini chocolate chips and candy sprinkles that are kind of on the large side are perfect. Sliced almonds also work great for roof tiles of your house too. Number 2, another reminder here to use a real pastry bag. I learned my lesson this time. Number 3, make sure everyone washes and dries their hands first. And number 4, one adult should control the frosting bag. Let the kids tell you where they want frosting and you dispense it. It cuts down on so much mess that way. Number 5, a lot of the decorations end up on the front and the roof of the house. When adding candy to the front, set the house on its back to make it easy for you to add the frosting and easy for the kids to add the candy without worrying about them sliding off. Number 6, a good idea that has worked well for us is let the kids make one house to eat and one for decoration or to take home. And that's it for this video. So what did we learn today?
1, remember to chill the dough in the fridge for at least an hour before rolling it out.
Okay.
Number 2, glue the house with frosting. Remember to let it dry for a long time before you decorate. Number 3, put the candy on your house and not in your mouth. Thank you for joining us in Outtakes.
And we'll see you soon with another video. I'm Christy from Beneficial Bento, where I show you how to make healthy food more fun and help you manage your food allergies. And these are my grandkids, Andy, Kaylee, and Everett.
Why did you say me last? Put more candy on the houses and then in your mouth.